water parks, and barbecue beef. Today we went to a water park and got up early and went to a nice little breakfast area. Went ahead and ordered, I guess it's the equivalency of an Uber here in Indonesia. There's a variety of them. You can get both cars and you can get scooters to ride on the back of. So we got 2 cars for our family and we went to Waterbomb. Probably one of the coolest water parks I have ever been to. After standing in line a little bit with a bunch of Australians, we were able to get into the park along with our wristband that would let us go ahead and charge to our credit card. And this place was massive. There were probably about 4 to 5 towers that had 3 or 4 water slides on each tower. And these towers were probably about 60 to 80 feet up. There was lots of area for people to kind of relax and lounge in the sun. We went ahead and found a small little area in the corner because it was so crowded. It took us probably about 15-20 minutes to do that. And then we went to the park. After spending some time at the park, we went to a special subway extravaganza. Got to go ahead and show off our sarongs and were greeted with it looked like a parade. I'm not quite sure what was going on, if it was a wedding or it was a funeral or if it was a birthday or maybe it was some political thing. Nobody could quite figure it out, but it seemed like it held up traffic and all the motor scooters enjoyed following along as they went through that. After watching the parade, we headed back to the water park, did a few more slides, and started a long ride back. It was stop and go traffic, mostly stop, as we were zipped by with motor scooters, which should have been probably a 10-minute drive, took us probably well over 45 minutes. But we showed up for a reservation at the Brazilian Aussie barbecue. This place was unique. If you paid some money, you had access to a buffet, and then people would just come around with these slabs of meat. They claimed they were going ahead and having a Wagyu platter. I questioned the Wagyu, but we didn't get it anyhow. So these guys would come by with these skewers of meat and they just cut it off and you'd put it on your plate and you'd go ahead and eat it. And you had these little discs on the table that they were green if you wanted them and you turned them red if you didn't. When we returned back to the hotel, we got to see bats in the belfry. There were a bunch of bats flying around in the main pagoda area, which was kind of interesting. And it was a lot of interest to the young group of Australians that were there who seemed to have never seen bats before. They were pretty excited. And that was the end of our trip. Tomorrow, we're heading back to Surabaya and then on to Japan.